Hey, today I'm talking about 3 films, all written and directed and starring Alan Alda. And the names of those 3 movies are Betsy's Wedding, A New Life, and The Four Seasons. First up is Betsy's Wedding. This is a 1990 film featuring a ton of actors that you would know. I can't even begin to name all of them because it's just kind of a who's who. The basic premise is Alan Alda plays this father whose young daughter is getting married, as the title would imply, but he's having some financial issues as he's trying to invest in this house, and maybe his wife's sister's husband has some really shady dealings and makes everything more complicated. Now, I went into this with lower expectations because it didn't look like it had great reviews, but I was very taken with this film. It's really charming and fun and silly. Like, yeah, it definitely goes to some ridiculous places. Like, there's a couple of dream sequences. Alan Alda wrestles a tiger at one point. They get shot at by gangsters and have to do like this whole car chase thing. It's absurd, but it's really charming and delightful, and like, you like the characters and you care for the characters and you want them to all succeed, except for the ones who are kind of slimy, who you don't want them to succeed. And you want them to find love and find happiness. I don't know, man, it just really hit me. It's got strong Father of the Bride vibes. I was a little worried that like some of the gangster stuff, like the anxiety about like getting trapped in financial dealings with gangsters, would sit wrong with me. It was a serious thing, but they never treated it that serious that I was like legitimately afraid for anyone's life, because it's just so lighthearted. So yeah, no, it just really worked for me. I was like, I don't know if this movie truly deserves my highest ranking of a really like, but by the end of it, I'm just like, no man, that was so much fun and so silly and has like a really cute ending that just like made me feel good. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't not put this in the really liked. It did all the things internally that I needed it to do to me. So yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed this film and I would totally recommend it. It might hit home a little bit more for you if you are someone with an adult child who's gonna get married soon. But honestly, I think most people could connect to this. If they want just a good, fun, happy experience, this is a good, fun, happy experience. So yeah, no, thoroughly enjoyed, totally recommend. Next up is A New Life. This is a 1988 film, and the basic premise is Alan Alda is in this loveless marriage, so they decide to get a divorce, and then both him and his wife find what they would consider to be their ideal partners, but maybe getting exactly what they want isn't actually what they really want. And yeah, I was again very surprised by it. It also had very low reviews, so I was very pleasantly surprised when I was charmed by the experience. Like, I love watching them go on all these terrible dates, and then when they did find someone that they connected to, those were both very beautiful and fun moments, and then watching those relationships evolve over time, finally seeing the faults in the other people, and then trying to reconcile with those faults. Is that these deal breakers, or can we deal with it? Can we adapt? Alan Alda has an incredible white beard. I love it. He dyes it at one point. It doesn't look nearly as good. The white looks good on him, so that was definitely a good choice. I loved him trying to dress young and hip. That was ridiculous and great. There is a weird trans joke that happens twice that I'm not really a fan of. I don't think it has like the most malicious intent. It's not great, but it definitely is a stain on the movie. Okay, one of my favorite moments was he was trying to hit on this woman at like this dating mixer thing, and he ends up just getting in a giant fight with her, and it's so funny because he's just like so impassioned. He like does not give even a little shit that there's a giant room full of people. He's like, no, this woman's wrong and I have to deal with this. I do think part of what makes this movie work is that, yeah, he's an asshole and pretty argumentative, but he's wrong a lot of the time, and the movie knows it. So it's kind of like we're making fun of this guy's wrongness. Like, yeah, he's like, oh, I'm so unsatisfied with my life. And it's like, well, you're an idiot. You had what you wanted in front of you. You were just squandering it. And then I also enjoyed the way the third act got more complicated, because it wasn't exactly what I was anticipating, but it really worked. My main complaint with the movie is that it's just a bit slow. I think like a nice 10 to 20 minutes chopped off of this could have really gave it some energy and life that it really needed. I'm not exactly sure what you would have cut, but I think just a tighter runtime would have helped it a lot. That being said though, I did still enjoy it a good solid amount, and I would recommend it. It's a fun, cute little movie about divorce that goes to some great places. So yeah, no, good solid film, would recommend. And lastly is The Four Seasons. This was recently turned into a Netflix series with Tina Fey. And the basic premise is this group of friends, they're all couples, always vacation together. But then one of the couples splits up. And so now it's the group trying to deal with how do we be friends with these people, and maybe the whole group dynamic kind of falls apart. Now I was hyped for this because there is that new Netflix series. What's this cool thing that inspired this fun new series? But man, I was not into this movie at all. It's trying to be cute, but I was just not charmed by any of it. They're doing these fun little things, but it's not amusing to me. Like there's the part where they're all on this little rowboat, and then Alan Alda's like, I want to make sure we remember today. And then he jumps into the pond, and then the other boys jump into the pond, and then the ladies jump into the pond. And I'm like, I could not care any less about this moment. Sure, maybe in real life, in the moment, that'd be kind of fun, but like, this is dumb. This is so boring. Now, I did like the turn into Act 2 when like the breakup stuff started to happen. There was more dynamic there, but going from there, they lost me. I could not be further from this film's target demographic. I'm not middle-aged, I'm not married, I'm not in a long-term relationship, I don't have adult children. Like, this is just not a movie for me. And I can be good about putting myself in other people's shoes when a movie isn't targeted at me, but like, this is just too far removed. Plus, like, I just wasn't charmed by it. I didn't find it interesting or fun or funny or cute. I recognize that they were trying to do that stuff, but it just completely went by me. So yeah, no, I honestly really did not care for this movie, and I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe if you're like a boomer plus or the silent generation, you could get something out of it, but for me, it was just a complete miss. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Betsy's Wedding sitting at number 26 in the Really Like section. And then after that is A New Life sitting at number 39 in the Quite Like section. And then bringing up the rear, rightfully so, is The Four Seasons sitting at number 82 in the Didn't Like section. And this is out of a total of 87 old movies so far this year.